Hey, ladies and gents, this is your awesome random plan. We are back here with day number 15. We are stuck in a bed. Oh, dear lord. How are we stuck in the bed? I don't know how this is going to work. Um, what? Okay, we're stuck in the bed. That's crazy. Okay, so we're going to make sure this doesn't happen again. And there's only one way that I know how to be able to make sure that that doesn't happen again, which means we're just going to do this and put that over there. Put that over there, and then we can just pick this up. Move it out of the way because I don't want to be stuck in a bed again. That's an interesting way to be able to start out, for sure. Oh, but it got ruined, so we don't have to move it anyways. But we are no longer stuck in the bed. It's because when we laid down, the windows are right there. Alright, well, that issue's not going to happen anymore. Anyways, we are at the farmhouse, and it is an impressive property. Like, we could live out our lives here. And, honestly, we might try. We might try. There's going to be a lot of things that are going to be very cool here. Let's see what we have on us. Oh, we have all this food. We have all that as well. We're going to kind of show you guys a little bit of a showing of the property here. Just in case people haven't seen it. Actually equip this in both hands just in case we have to take on a zombie out here. We shouldn't have to, but you never know. Especially since I haven't been this far out. I just kind of looked at the sheep. Alright, so this is one of our other property lines. Oh no, this is one of our other farm areas. Interesting. What else is all out here then? Because there's lots of like little path tribute or like areas and stuff like that, but I don't think there's. Oh no, there is most definitely something else over here. Or is that the river again? Does the river really stretch out that far? We might have just like, yeah, it does. The river does stretch. Oh, it's another bridge. Interesting. Where does this bridge go to? Not gonna lie, we're out in the middle of nowhere. Like, I do not know what is out here. We're not gonna go too much further because we don't want to stray too far. We do have some food on us, which is perfectly fine, but like I can eat. Alright, maybe I can't eat. It's mainly drink, so we'll drink some apple juice, I guess you can say. But this area stretches out with the river over here, and it kind of covers everything else, and we figured out that there is a wall that protects the rest of the property. As well, a good, like, third of the property is what I should say. The river protects, like, another portion of it. Like, 2/3 of the property is basically covered, most offensively. Just the main road in that isn't. Now, there are some things that we have to watch out for, especially if we want the sheep over here. I don't know what to do about the sheep, if I just kind of want to leave them out here and then shear them as we go. Because as long as I don't mess with them, they should be good. They should be good, and it's fine to leave them over here. I guess I haven't looked in the barn yet, because we're not going to be able to replicate this barn on the property itself, so. But yeah, there's, you know, there's some there, there's some there, there's some there. There was a little, like, itty-bitty baby one running around here before. I don't know if that's you and you just grew up a little bit. I don't think it's been that quick, but. Oh, wait a sec. Oh, it was a gate. That's a gate right there. Hi, guys. Yeah, so they got their little There's a little barn in here. I'm pretty sure they munch on the grass and the hay. So I'm not too worried about that. What? Why do we not do that? Curious how that worked. Alright, so we got some planks in here. Hi, sheep. So it looks like there's just another... Oh, they also got feeding trough over here. Yeah. So they've got a feeding trough over here. Now, here's the thing is, once again, as long as I don't mess with them, it shouldn't... Nothing should happen. Now, I can... Like... Let me pet you. Aww. They made the noise. They made the noise. Like, here's the thing, is, like, if anyone ever wants to do, like, a farm style, this is a great place for it. For sure. Because you have the fishing here, you have the natural protection of the river, as you can see, going this way. The river does meet all the way up here. You have your own little greenhouse, you have an unlimited well on property, you have all these trees you can chop down, you have a little, you know, cooking area here. This is one of my favorites here because I can light this fire and I can fire hardened spears over here. And then we found out really, really quickly that this fence protects all the way from here. Let's take a look at it real quick. All the way from here, all the way up to here, all the way over to here. So the only area that you essentially need to protect is the bridge here, and then this portion right here. Everything else is secured. It's fantastic. It really is. And you have a fully garage shed over here. You have hay all over the place, which I think can be used for... I don't know. Oh, apparently you can sleep on the hay. That actually kind of makes sense. You can also pick it up. I don't know if you can use it for other things. The well on the property. There is a roofed chicken coop over here, which is awesome. Which means I can throw chickens in there, and then we can make ourselves eggs and shear sheep and do all types of other stuff. And then there's two other, like, open, like, sheds on property. They aren't closed off, but... And then there is this big, old, awesome basement as well. Which is amazing. It's an amazing little basement. Speaking of which, we are hungry. We are back down to 80 pounds. Why don't we go ahead and enjoy ourselves a half a thing of ice cream while it's here? We might as well eat the the perishable stuff. It is 3:10 p.m. The thing that we really want to focus on now that we've kind of run around and showed everyone everything is we want to focus on getting this food in here. I'm not a big fan of how this is set up, like how it's just kind of like there. I might actually move this around in here and knock out this wall so it's easier to come in here, but I don't know. Because the kitchen is a little bit isolated around from everything else. We have a old oven in here, so that does help out quite a bit. There is a small and a large refrigerator here, but that's not what I'm looking for here. Let's go ahead and get non-perishables in here. Oop, forgot that there is a light underneath there. Let's get some of these non-perishables in here, like the lentils, the yeast. Put the canned goods in here. There's the orange juice and the punch juice in there. We do want to get all that out of there. Let's go ahead and add the firewood into there to be able to get another an hour and something odd minutes. We will have to chop down a lot of trees and bring them in here, or like pile up logs here to be able to feed into the fire. I suppose for now we can just throw these in the other one, and then this can hold our books. Because I want to get this stuff off of me. Because right now what we're trying to do is we are attempting to be able to clear out our trailer and our truck just to be able to make sure that we have some more room. You know what, the other thing I can do is I could place this up here. And we can place this up here. Also, can we use the toaster for anything? Oh! We can actually use the toaster to toast bread. That's freaking awesome. We can make bread. All it takes is flour and yeast, so we can 100% make bread. Alright, what we are going to do is kind of... My problem is trying to figure out exactly how I'm going to store things in this place. It's not particularly easy to be able to figure out how you're going to organize a place this big. So I think what we're going to do right now is just get some of these nails off of us. We do have a spear on us. We do need to get rid of those. I'm just going to go ahead and dismantle these digital watches as we're working on them. Because I have this right here where I've been throwing the scrap electronics. Part of the reason is because I'm actually thinking of putting the generator over here once I move it up. So, we shall see. Alright, do we have a garbage in here? We do, we do. There's a broom in there. Hold on a second. We're gonna throw that in there, we're gonna throw these away. But that garbage bag has a broom in it, which is great because I can get a long stick off of it, which can therefore be made into a spear, which is awesome. We'll also pick up that garbage bag. Pop her in there. Didn't want to do that. Yeah, I think what I might do is I might just knock... I don't know how I'm going to do this. I kind of want to knock out like this door in this area and that area and just kind of open it up to the hall. Maybe knock out this wall completely, just made it like one large area. I'll have to figure it out. Like, I do love the area, but it's a little condensed because of the stuff. I would love to be able to open it up a little bit more. Alright. You know what? I think we deserve to be able to have a cola here real quick. It's been a long day. Alright, let's take a look at what we got in here. So, we're going to want to... the bellows, that in there. We can grab the empty pots. We can grab all the books with us as well. We're going to grab all of these, but they are simply going to go over here. So let's go ahead and place those. There we go. We'll put them on top of there. We have a lot of gas in here, so not too worried about it. There is 800 liters of gas in that barrel. Make a can pipe. Okay. That's clearly what we wanted to do. Oh, you can take that. How about that? The digital watches is something that we're going to take as well. The comforter we can go ahead and put in there. We also want to grab, say, that. Because For the magazines, we can move those in there. Thread and needle, we're working on a couple other things. Tracking and trapping we can do. Car zone exposure we can do. Those can all be moved into that like library area that we were working on. I think that's opened up quite a bit of space in here. What is this? Actually, did not see what was all in here. Huh. Pack of beer bottles. Interesting. You know what? Put that as a secondary real quick. And then can I just put stuff in there too? Might as well. Put that empty pop can in there. Put that in there. So the epoxy can actually go in here because we can move that into a different area. That can go in there. Epoxy, or the wood glue can go in there. I kind of want to hold one can of gasoline on me just in case. We'll hold a lighter on me just in case. We will grab that. I think the rest of this is going to stay in the truck. Now let's start working on it. Some of these other things, as I said, not the most exciting content in the world right now, but things we need to work on, for sure. Box of screws. Are we... Oh, we're messed up there. Okay. So we will put the box of screws on us here. The foodstuffs. I don't know what just happened there. Alright. Alright. Those are things that can come with us. The digital watches. I did not realize we had that many digital watches. Books. The empty pots, the empty saucepans, the empty pan, the empty kettle. As I said, we're trying to make this place as homely as possible. We need to really start working on a lot of things. The big part is going to be getting all of this out of there. Now, the other thing I do need to do is generator. I think we're going to move into the back of a truck because that's going to be like our travel generator. Slow yet peaceful. Alright, now the other thing that I do need to do in here, which is kind of moved into our like nails and tools and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and look for anything that might go in there, like a box of screws. Nothing there. Like the garbage bags. I think that would be a good thing. Box of nails can go in there. The epoxy can go in here. Wood glue can go in there. Not any of that. The bellows can go in there. I think I found it in their bellows, didn't I? Maybe it was in here. Yeah, it was. There's bellows in there. We can put the duct tape in there. Rest of it, not so much. Maybe the extra screwdriver can go in there. Like, we want to leave this into, like, a kind of work-around area. As I said, if I can, I would love to just take a sledgehammer and open this up as much as possible. Just because I don't like how closed off it is. But we'll work on that. We have bottles of beer. Let's go ahead and, you know, stack those bad boys. Place them all. We're gonna make this place look lived in. Because it is. Alright, the empty pop can doesn't need to be in there. Get this stuff off of us first. Place these. You know what? I'm gonna put these here. Empty pots. Place one there, place one there. These saucepans. Oh, come on. Probably have to walk over there to be able to make sure that this can be placed properly. There we go. Another empty pan. Put that one up there. These other things can go in here because we've still got plenty of room. Yeah, this is only 4 pounds. That's actually kind of crazy that we only have 4 kilos worth of food in there. But the good news is we should be able to get a lot of other stuff in there. Now, I'm personally, even though it's non-perishable, we're going to put the drinks in the refrigerator. I think it just makes sense. Just makes sense. Not a big fan of these here, so we're going to actually toss these on the ground real quick. I will pick them up. I will pick them up, just not right this second. Now we're going to put our books in here specifically. Yeah, so like these 3 can go in there. That one can go in there. We also have some mags that can go in here. We are going to place this up here because I kind of pulled this as like our office. It's going to be our learning area in essence. Which is going to be like where our VHSs are. I'll put a TV over here. We'll keep our like our some of the other learning stuff, or the electronic stuff over here. So we figured out, we got all these watches we can toss in there real quick. Alright, that dry ramen noodles can go in there as well. Let's go ahead and pick the stuff off the ground, because it does not make sense to be able to keep it in there. We'll secure it up, but as I said, like the ham radio's in here. Some of the other stuff, like the learning stuff is in here. I think it's going to be a nice little, like, den library learning area. I think it'll be kind of cool. You know what? We are gonna go ahead and move you up there. And we're gonna go ahead and grab all of you because we really do not need a phone book in this day and age. Well, actually, we do need all those things. We do need all those things, and I didn't even think about that. We need it to start the fire. Huh. We need these things to be able to start this fire in here. So I think that will become our new, like, little fire area here. There's nothing in there, so what we'll do is we will move the other stuff over to this, which I believe is, yeah, that stuff will go there. And then this will be like our fire starting area. I think that makes sense. Place this, damn. We'll put the kettle right here. So same thing, like this is there, notepad can go in there. Like we can just keep this because it could be something that could easily pile up. Alright, now the question is, where am I going to put these other empty pots at? Can we put them up here? We can. Nice. Wait a second, I'm running out of room here. Top of the refrigerator works. Now we want to do thread and stuff like that, which we already figured out that our tailoring area is most likely going to be down here. We're going to put all our tailoring stuff in here, so that's where all our thread, our needles are going to go. Do we have anything in here? No. Blue pens can go. What is all in here? Oh, that's right. I don't need blue pens. I don't need them. I think what we can do is, like, any writing utensils, just in case we run out of them, we could probably just put them in that desk in the creative room, I guess you can say. In here. In here. There we go. Because we could put all the pens in there. I don't think there's anything to be able to use for a stapler. I mean, if we just want to be more realistic looking, we could just put it there, but we'll take the paperwork because that can be put in the fire starting area. Oh, look at me. Early onset den mothering here. This is crazy. I don't ever do this. I actually do never do this. Alright, so the other thing that I need to do is get this stuff out of here. So we've got the 86 manual. We got the matchbooks that can go in there. Didn't even think about that one. The lighters that can go in there. Didn't even think about that one either. Because the only thing that we're going to be doing is lighting this fire, other than the fire that's out there, but I'm probably going to put something out there as well. We have these matchbooks. The tissue can go in there. We can take that apart. And then I think we are mostly good with what we have in here. Let's go ahead and toss this stuff in here, and then what I'll do is I'll place the cooler right up here. The other thing that's really, really cool is not only does the toaster work to be able to make toast, the coffee maker works to be able to make coffee. Like, they've added so many little things to this. It's crazy. I'm actually kind of curious to be able to see if there's any, like, things that the microwave... Oh, no, you can just change the temp. I mean, the temperature, that's it. But still, you do have those options. It's interesting. There's quite a bit to this game that, I feel like didn't used to be there. And it, definitely has opened up quite a bit. You know what? I just realized this. Oh, dear Lord. Where else can I put this? You know what? I'm gonna put the pack of beer bottles up there, I guess. It is already looking more lived in here, which is something that I do really, really enjoy about, like, homesteading in Zomboid, is the ability to be able to have that lived-in feeling. Alright, the other thing that we could do, we do not have one of these, so we're going to go ahead and spin you around. Put a flipping comforter on our bed. There we go. I don't really have a lot of storage over here, do I? So I think maybe I'll grab like a rack from somewhere, and then we'll put our clothing down here for the time being. We did find a couple more magazines here. The twigs we don't need, the jar and the jar lids we don't need up here. Keep things clean. Is there any more stuff that we can move from here? I also want to properly get these housing areas cleaned up, because there's a couple of things that kind of like, Like, I kind of want to move these. I would prefer them being over there where you can actually see them. But I don't know. I'm curious. Can we rock in the rocking chair? I want to see if you can rock in the rocking chair. Can we rock it? No. Of course we can't. Of course we can't. The other thing that I do want to do is we will put some, like, lighting stuff in here as well. So, like, let's put the paperwork in there, let's put the newspaper in there, the notepad, sheet of paper, some twigs, all things that can be used to be able to light the fire itself. Like how you can see, like, destroy for fuel, light for fire. We'll put logs in there as well, because during the winter, it's going to get rough in here. So we really, really need to be smart about this. You know what, as of right now, we're just going to go ahead and move some of this other stuff in here, though. Like, I'm just realizing I'm using so much time doing this that it's just... we need to get stuff out. Keep the beta blockers on us. Alright. It's a really cool looking place, though. I like it. I like it a lot. Put that in there, put that in there. That and that can go in there. Work with me here. We are going to keep that on us for now, if I can. Yeah, we can. Because then I can carve spears. Which is what we're going to do. Always got a level of carving. Nice. Power bar can go in here. Because it's something that we can just take apart. For more electronic XP. And that's the thing that we're going to need to work on, is we need to find how to use generators, or we need to work on getting our electronics, our electronics up to 3. Our electric to 3. Oh, he's got a level in running too. Alright, now, let's take a look at what we've got back here. We want to continue trying to make as much room in here as possible, which one is going to be getting that generator out of here. Now, being that it's going to be a travel generator, I'm going to keep it in the truck. I'm not going to keep it in here. So we'll put it in there, because then that can of gas and the full generator will allow us to be able to access like gas stations or something like that when we get into other areas. Right now, we do not have that ability because the old gas station has been completely destroyed. So, yeah. Or not completely destroyed, but it's been completely taken apart for the brain is braining right now. All the gas has been drained out of it. There we go. Kind of don't know where I want to put that stuff. I don't know where I want... I mean, I guess I can set up... I'm also hearing things right now. Weird. So yeah, this first day is basically going to be... We are most likely just going to be moving a lot of stuff all around here. We do not need the weapons on us right now. Like, we have the pistols, we have the rifles, we have that. That is not a absolute need right now. We also have two match boxes and a match book. We are making sure that we are not running out of fire starting materials for sure. The other thing that I need to do is kind of figure out where I am going to put all of my weapon type materials here. But for now, let's go ahead and get some food stuff out of here. Those out of here. Didn't want to do that. Didn't want to do that at all. Let's grab the pillows because we can put them up on our bed. Let's grab all of that stuff. Just trying to make as much room as I possibly can here because I want to go back and get a couple of things, and I also want to bring some stuff back, so we need the room here. I'm not gonna lie, there's a big part of me that wants to just pick up a freaking... Probably not a bad idea. Curious.
I'm feeling stabby!
Dear freaking lord. I am not feeling stabby at this minute, but I appreciate that. Yeah, I completely forgot that I had the sound alerts on. What's going on, baby girl? That's just Luis from Bob's Burgers. Alright, we're gonna get back to this. Alright, so what I can do... Nothing out here, but there are some crates in here. completely forgot there's so many things in here. This is only 20 space, though. What is this? That's that. So what we're going to do is we're going to move everything into this. Oh, that's a barbecue. We don't need the barbecue. Not right now. Is there enough space in here to be able to put it in there? There is enough space to be able to put it in there. Alright. So put it in there. And then all of this can also go in. Well, most of it can go in there. And the other one can go in there. Reason why is because I want these damn crates, man. We're probably just going to empty out the shed and toss it in the beginning. Because, I mean, look at this, though. That's such a cool area, too. The problem is, I'm not going to have the generator to be able to stretch all the way out here, and I'm not going to run, like, multiple generators. So, I think what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to make, like, a fence going to this area, and then we'll make a gate, and I'm going to have to make a fence around this area. Like, there's going to be so much I'm going to have to do to be able to secure this building, for sure. It is getting dark, though, so let's go ahead and drop this stuff down, because I want to make some pure drop boxes here. That's what we're going to do, is we're going to be lazy, and we're going to make some drop boxes. I think that checks out. So I don't have to go all den mother on this. I think that'll work. So, like, we can get this stuff, put it in there. We can work on some other things. We don't get pliers. This. And I'll go in there as well. Alright, it is getting too dark. It is getting too damn dark for this. I actually want to keep this stuff on me, so we're just going to do this. And then what I'll do is I'll use this to be able to grab stuff out of here real quick. And we'll transfer that all. Get it all moved out of here. Get it all moved out of here. Get everything out of there. Other than the fire axes, if we don't need to. Alright, awesome. We're not going to be able to do that, but what we can do is do this real quick. One of these days I'll come and deal with this, but right now is not going to be that day. We do have plenty of room in here. We're going to grab this long stick real quick. And I'm probably going to grab the firefighter axes. And then we will come up here and grab all this stuff and put it back in our bag. Hopefully will make us a little less encumbered. Get rid of the cucumbering on us. We have 2 of these on us? We do. Let's put this one in our back. There we are. Alright. We should be... Yeah, we are underweight now. The only reason why we're going to be a little bit above weight is I want to grab my pillow squares. Place those up here. Oh, look at that. It's a checkered one. We'll also grab a pillow around it, and we'll place that item right there. Make it nice and pillowy. And then let's go ahead and grab some water from our sink real quick. Wait a second. Do I not have a bottle on me? I threw my... Oh my god, I put my bottle away. I'm a derp. I 100% put my bottle away. Do we have a bottle in here? Do we have a bottle in here? No. No. Okay. There's a dead rat in that bag. That's interesting. Should have some in here, though, right? No, screw it. We're gonna drink this Diet Cola. And we're gonna fill it up. Wait, what? We put it back in there, didn't we? Yes, we did. Like an a-hole. Now let's fill it up. There we go. Alright, let's get up to bed. It's already 1:20 in the morning. We need to stop screwing around here. I want to get out there, chop some trees, get a ton of firewood and spears because we need to get our butt into Ekron ASAP. Alright, let's get some sleep. We'll see you guys again in the morning. Get some spears set up and then get our butts into Ekron. Have a good night.